Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jim.
I'm Marge.
Welcome back to Living the Dream. Yeah, good morning. Probably not when you get this video because we're going to be piecemealing this thing, hopefully. But we got some big, exciting news. You can probably tell we are underway in Noah's Ark. And stay tuned. This is going to be an interesting video. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jim.
I'm Marge.
And you're seeing Alvin, or no, who is that?
Now
Theodore.
we have Theo.
Yeah,
Close up.
in the video
All
here.
right.
So you probably saw in the introduction that we took a ride in the Newmar.
Our last ride.
Yeah, our last ride. So we have since said goodbye to Storm and Norman, the Newmar, and we'll give you a little insight as to why. So that motorhome was a 45-foot Class A diesel pusher with a tag axle, and it was an absolute gorgeous motorhome. This was an all-electric coach, pre-def, had absolutely everything that we were looking for, air conditioner-wise, slide-wise, layout-wise. What we quickly realized, it was just too big for the way we travel.
Yeah, it didn't work for us.
No. So basically what would happen with us, and again, it's interesting that we see a lot of people on the forums or, out on Facebook asking folks, hey, I'm going to get into RV and what do you think I should do? And honestly, folks, that's probably the worst decision or worst question you could ever ask. What you really need to do is figure out your travel plans, how you're going to travel, where you're going to travel, what you're traveling with, and then make that decision because it's a rather costly investment at the end of the day.
I mean, you got to see how your pets are. I mean, ours are pretty much Cheerios. We don't have anybody who's trying to escape. Like they're smart. They don't need to escape. They got everything they need right here.
Yeah. So basically what we would do is we would actually leave out of here with our Tahoe, 10 cats at the time, all in air crates, which they absolutely did not like at all, and let us know for the entire 33-mile drive that we were going up the roadway. Sherlock
Especially
coming into
Shirley
the pictures
here.
as well. Yeah, he doesn't like being in the crate at all.
Starts howling when he even sees the crate.
So basically we would have the trailer hooked up, and we would have done several trips back and forth with our clothing and our food and their food and everything that we travel with. And then the last thing would be to load them all up, get up there, unload them, stay in the RV overnight, and then head out the door. And it was just way too much physically and way too much mentally. I think the mental stress was worse. Yeah, so basically what we did is we traded that motorhome in, and you'll see a video later on how well General RV and Ocala treated us, and obviously Wandering with the Wades. They'll also be doing that video with us. But we traded in Newmar on a 36.5-foot Integra Vision XL gas motorhome. So before you beat us up on the diesel versus gas, we understand the diesel was better. We had a great time with that, in and out of the truck stops. We used our TSD card. Everything was great, but it's not a deal breaker for you and I.
No.
Right? At all. I feel actually a little bit more comfortable with that motor underneath me because if something were to go wrong, I feel like I can visualize it a little bit better than a motor 45 feet behind me or, some type of issue that may occur that we may not be able to hear or see. And I'm talking about, some type of fire event, if you will. So with this motorhome, we are actually able to bring that motorhome home, put it in the driveway, and spend the amount of time getting it ready for the trip. And those of you who RV or you boat or you do everything or anything large recreational, right? Not maybe just taking a bike ride or whatever, but there's a lot of prep work that goes into that. So this just made life a hell of a lot easier for us to be able to get this thing home, put it in the driveway, and work on prepping it, right? Which is what? For you, the food?
Getting everything in there. Gives the cats an opportunity to get used to it, which lessens the stress on us trying to pack them into crates. I mean, the minute a crate comes out, they all start stressing. So being in the car for 40 minutes, you know, was stressful on us. They didn't care for it either. But this gives them, we bring them out, let them hang out for a little while before we go anywhere. We've even contemplating, bringing them out overnight and then leaving in the morning. They're already used to it. They're out there, and it seemed that when we did that once before with the Thor, worked out a lot better. Lucy had a tendency to get sick when she got nervous, and it didn't happen that time. And they all settle down after about a half hour or so.
Yeah, and if you're going to RV with pets, this is just us. We don't judge anybody. We don't really care what anybody does. We just, do our own thing and hope that people understand that as well. But for us, these guys can't say whether or not they're car sick or don't feel well or have a headache or whatever. We just literally grab them, throw them in a crate, throw them in the RV, and then expect them to just understand what we're doing and so forth. So we made a commitment with each cluster of cats that we've adopted, and now again we're up to 11, that we have to alter somewhat what we do to accommodate them. So we figure that putting them in the RV the day before, letting them get used to what's going on, get their spots, do this, do that, then start the motorhome and head out the next day is just a lot easier for them. And we have in fact proven that, because that's what we used to do, which is one of the reasons that we've opted to scale down from the Newmar to the Integra. So the cool thing is even though we lost 7 or 8 feet in length, we used to actually close off the back bedroom to the Newmar, because there were so many places for these guys to get under with the way the slides operated, and they actually went within the coach rather than sit outside and sit flush against them. So that was a huge concern for us. So we actually blocked off probably a good 10 feet. So we were down to probably 35 foot. But the cool thing about this Integra, and you'll see some of the video overhead that we're showing you, is that the overhead bunk actually sits in the locked position a good 8 or 10 inches below the ceiling. So there is actually room for these guys and girls to get up there, and they have shown us with the Thor that they absolutely love
they love being
upstairs
up
bunk.
there. But unfortunately with the Thor, we couldn't open it until we got to our destination. This way, and I mean, truth be told, we really, in retrospect, didn't need all that space, because they all kind of hang out in the same place when we're on the move.
Right.
And once, like you said, once we get to where we want to go, I mean, at least now while we're traveling, they'll be able to go up in the bunk. But, God, I would
So
say
we may have a
half a
chair.
dozen, we might have a place to sit, instead of sitting on the floor.
Yeah. And the cool thing is even though we lost, again, overall 45 feet in length versus 36 and a half feet, the way we travel with 11 cats, with litter box placement, and the equipment that we bring with us, the smaller RV actually works out better. And what I mean by that is this: I'm actually able to put a litter box behind the driver's seat in front of the slide on the left side. That's one litter box. 2 other litter boxes fit underneath. Or 1 litter box fits underneath the dinette. 2 litter boxes inside the bathroom, which is absolutely humongous.
Yeah, it's big for
it's
an
a big
RV bathroom.
And then 1 additional litter box in the back bedroom. So what we do, and we've spoken about this in previous videos, is we actually, every time we stop, which is generally every hour and a half or 2 hours, or depending on the pharmacology kicks in, or the coffee, maybe sooner. But each time we stop, we have made a commitment to actually clean each and every litter box, and that's what we do. So that's why we are hopefully devoid of any smell that's in there, although no one's told us, but we could be nose blind. We never know. So all in all, we think it's a fantastic decision that fits us. We would love to see some comments below from you guys on what you do if you travel with your pets, or even if you don't travel with pets. This is now our 4th RV, so we are still a couple of RVs behind some of our very dear friends. And you're actually going to see 2 of our dear friends wandering with the Wades, Billy and Val. They are going to co-join us, or join us, not really sure, in the video we make about our purchases at General RV. Ours in Ocala, and theirs in Dover.
Dover.
Well, Tampa, Dover, down there. And we don't want to, get ahead of the cart here, but each of us had a very, very
positive experience.
And great experience with General RV. So we will put that
We'll give you
video.
the details when we put that one together.
Yeah, shortly. So until then, keep living the dream. Stay safe. We'd love to see some comments. Jump over to our Facebook page, Living the Dream YouTube. You'll see that coffee question of the day every day, and it generates some very interesting comments from everyone. And again, leave a comment as to what you folks do with your own RV. We love to learn from the community that does this each and every day. Until then, stay safe. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy New Year and happy holidays to those of you who celebrate something other than Christmas. And keep living the dream.
Ciao.